Good morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, Random County. Welcome to another episode of the Random and Roulette podcast. I am your host, a defenestration, and I'm joined by the ever spooky Suki. Is Spooky your first name, or is that just how we describe you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
Right.
I don't have preferences.
Holy shit, our peaks. Why? Okay, well.
Once you, stop recording, it gets smaller.
Okay. Well, we're having a little bit of audio issues, but we're going to figure this out.
Well, really not. This is usually how it is.
No, usually, my waveform isn't that big.
No, it is.
Okay, well, if I'm extra loud, let us know. I'll probably still be loud.
Well, he messed with the board. That's what he did.
I didn't.
He did.
Okay.
Things got messed.
Anyway, I am a defenestration, which is my new favorite word.
Oh.
If you Google it, you'll find out that it is the act of throwing someone out a window.
Yeah. I think isn't it specifically when they're sitting, too?
No, it's specifically in an act of, revolution or revolt.
There was noise.
It was made famous, there's a famous story of the defenestrations of Prague.
Yeah.
Where that was how they had a revolution, is it was take, magistrates and, government officials, take them to the third floor and throw them out the fucking window.
Yup.
I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
Also, I just find it amazing that there's a word in the English language for to throw someone out a window.
Yes. Very good. I don't think anybody's done it since, though.
People in Moscow, it happens to them a lot. It's mostly on accident, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Wink, wink.
I don't think that's quite the same thing.
No, see, they speak out against the leader, and then they accidentally fall out a window.
Yeah, that's not an act of revolt, then. That's just being yeeted out a window. At that point. At that point, it's just murder or attempted murder, if they make it.
I actually kind of wanted that to be one of the history topics, because it's actually, it happened not just, a few times, but, over the course of, hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's that was just their thing. The French, they just cut, leaders' heads off. Well, the Czechians just throw people out windows.
Yeah. Why not? I feel like it's cheaper that way, isn't it?
I think it'll get the job done, probably.
And if it doesn't, it's gonna hurt a lot.
Well, no, that's part of the story. Well, no. If I ever get the inkling to do that for a history thing, that story is actually kind of a lot of fun.
It's actually really good. I'm gonna post an episode about that.
Oh.
So there you go. Much.
Well, yeah, we do have a guest in the room.
Yep.
This is furry and four-legged.
There's a mochi booth on the couch. She's having
I was gonna say, she is living her best life.
Yeah. I think she was mad that I was gone all weekend, though, because she didn't come snuggle with me Monday morning at all. She was like, no snuggles for you. You were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at her being so cute. Yes, we had a nice and lovely weekend in Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys had the party.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a good time.
With the Frog Mama, Auntie Karen, and some other people who don't have nicknames yet.
Yeah. We had a grand old time. I'm addicted to Frog Mama's cookies that she makes.
Dope.
God damn. They were so good. I'm gonna have to have her teach me how to make them. Because I'm addicted to them at this point. They're so good.
I'm addicted to you.
We did an escape room. That was witch themed.
Did you escape?
No.
Oh.
The one we went to only had a 30-something success rate.
Oh, jeez.
So we weren't gonna get it. But we were getting pretty close, at least.
Was it all what were the puzzles?
There was so throughout the whole thing there was runes.
Oh.
Or kind of they looked pretty close to the written language for Wicca, I think.
Oh, right.
And so they were all over the place, and you had to there was a lot of stuff you had to do. So there was locks with numbers and locks with words and keys all over the place. I found 2 out of the 3 keys, which was cool. There's one you had to fish out of a vase that was glued to the mantle.
So with your
zip tie.
So with your noodly arms, you can actually get it.
No, you had to fish it out with a.
Oh.
It was almost like a twist tie type thing, so you could like bend it to what you want.
Oh, I see.
But I got it out, of course. And then there was stuff that you had to like lasso off of a wall with a carabiner clip or whatever. And then yeah, there was a lock where and then it moved the whole like shelf to another room.
Oh, dude.
And there was more stuff there. And then yeah, like it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff. A point that we didn't get to was there was so on this side of this room, the left room was like the maze with a thing in it, and then on the back side in the right room there was a magnet, and you were supposed to work together to get a ball through this maze.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, but we didn't quite get there. But we were really close to getting the final thing unlocked anyways, just because but we were still missing some cards, and that's what got us. Because they had like the tarot cards.
Oh,
With
right.
the window cut out, and then there was a part where there was like a thing with a bunch of numbers, and you had to match them up to that.
Oh.
And there was a poem they had followed to get the rest of it, but unfortunately one of the locks was sticky. We got the thing right, but it wouldn't open.
Oh,
So we were missing the Wheel of Fortune card or something. So, yeah.
No, the wheel. I believe it's called the wheel.
No, Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune is a game show watched by boomers.
Yeah, that's also a tarot card.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
100%. Anyway.
Almost like we did an episode on the tarot cards. Insert episode number here.
Yeah, I don't even know where mine are these days. They're somewhere.
I thought they were on your desk.
No.
That's not there no more.
Nope. They're not all there either. Because shit's been moved around.
Oh yeah, also in the spaceport, I see you have all of your guitars up now.
Yes.
Look at you.
That's not all of them, by the way.
Okay, 6 of your 9?
One of them doesn't live here. The other one's in that case, and then there's one on the wall. So
Your main.
So, yeah.
All the rest of these guitars are side
the rest
pieces.
of them are up there now. Which is nice because it frees up a lot space, and I don't have to worry about knocking them over all the time.
That's also good.
Which is very good. Yeah, then I need to measure my wall for how big of canvases I can get. So I'm going to get one for here, which
your
is
computer.
over my computer area, and then above my piano.
What used to be there?
It was just
I thought it was a calendar.
It was a drawing on the hook.
Oh.
No, the calendar was hanging from the hook.
Oh.
But I don't have a calendar for this year.
What the hell?
I couldn't find one that I liked and wanted to buy, so...
I guess that's true. And you're more like planner books.
Yeah, I do. I planner quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know. That should be a bit about it though. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my extra shit though. I have so much stuff. I don't know what to do with it.
There needs to be like a Goodwill, but for like emo chicks. And they can almost like feed off their own energy.
I mean, none of my shit is emo themed, so I don't know.
No, but it's like, it's got character to it. This is the thing. You'd want it to go to a good home, I would suspect.
I want to sell it. I don't want to give it away.
So capitalism.
Yeah, man, that's how the world works. You gotta sell your shit. You gotta sell your artwork. Don't give that shit away. Make the masters
Are you gonna go around over there?
I don't know. Must be rose and cucumber.
No, that's just all over the inside of the
Oh,
box.
forget that box. Anyway, the news.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Apparently there were wildfires in Japan.
Oh, well, I missed that.
Yeah, but like they have a functioning like government, so it wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah. It's almost like they pay their police force and whatnot and train them nicely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think police deal with fires, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, well, fire police.
Right.
Yeah. Fire force or whatever. I don't know what they call them over there because it's not the same. They don't do firemen.
Well, yeah, they
So
probably
I wonder if it's fire police.
There's probably like a Japanese word for it, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, there's a Japanese word for police too, sir. Get your shit together. Anyway, frog news.
Frog news.
Frog news. A Brazilian frog is the first known pollinating amphibian.
Oh.
Yeah. So when they hop around, because they eat a lot of flower nectar, when they hop around from flower to flower, the pollen gets stuck on their skin and deposits at the next flower. Which is, the scientists originally thought only bugs and insects pollinated, but now here we are with pollinating amphibians.
Some bats pollinate too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think
They pollinate agave plants. And that's how we get tequila.
Alright, well that's very specific. This is like any plants
Oh, okay.
type thing. Which is, I think, what it was going for. Not specific plants.
I see. Well, yeah, because like fireflies, they're actually pollinators. Bees.
I mean, those fall under insects.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Okay, fair enough.
What? Anywho, there is a celebrity person that I actually do admire,
Yeah.
and not necessarily for the stuff that they make.
Oh.
Can you guess who?
Not for the stuff that they make.
Not for the stuff that they make.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Yeah, Dolly Parton's awesome. I don't necessarily like her music or whatever, but I do like what she stands for and whatnot. And she does good stuff. But she is in the news currently because her husband passed away.
Yeah, so she's, yeah.
So, go out and get them, old guys. Shoot your shots. Or whatever. Maybe wait a while, I don't know. It's pretty soon.
Nah, I actually kind of really highly doubt that she would remarry because she was so devoted to him.
Yeah.
Like, you know that Dolly Parton doesn't even have blonde hair like naturally.
No, she wears
It's a wig.
Yeah.
Like she's actually most of what we see her as is not necessarily like who she is.
No.
She's still very southern, very nice.
Yeah, and like it works really well because she just takes her wig and her makeup off
and then
and
no
she
one
goes
knows.
about her
No one knows
business.
who she is.
Yeah,
it's great.
which is brilliant. That's the same thing with Tobias from Ghost.
Oh yeah.
He's like, once I take my makeup off, nobody gives a shit. Like, yeah.
Well, when you have full face paint on stage, it's
Yeah.
like, who are you actually? But yeah, like that's so celebrities can still have successful marriages and such. Like I mean, he died because he was 80. Like
he was old.
Yeah.
She was getting pretty old too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
No, she actually. I know she has a couple libraries named after her, but one of her biggest missions is like literacy.
Oh yeah, she sends out books to
books
kids
all the time. Yeah.
Like that's a whole program, just sending books to kids that like can't afford them and whatnot. So yeah, and she's just backed a lot of good programs and whatnot, and she's been a good personality.
Yeah.
Too. She's very take no shit.
Oh yeah.
Too, which is great. Plus, like...
And then she does it all with Southern charm.
Yeah, and well, like, I watched one of her interviews, and she's like, I saw these women that people would call tramps or whatnot, but they were wearing all this, like, glitzy and big things, and she was like, I wanted to do that. I wanted to redefine what that meant, because, like, they were just women, too. Like, they were just people.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where, like, a lot of her big stuff came from, and then it kind of evolved when she started getting into... like the business of music and whatnot, because it was a guy's world back then.
Mm-hmm.
But there she was, being as big as she wanted, even though they didn't like it. But she was brilliant, so she could do whatever she wanted, which is great. So yeah, good Dolly Parton.
No, she's America's grandma.
Yeah.
Maybe no.
I don't know.
She's America's like crazy auntie.
Yeah. Yeah. Another celebrity news one for you. Have you watched Ghost Adventures ever? The TV show?
No.
Alright, well, it's a trio of guys that go around to haunted places and...
Okay, maybe I have. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
It's like a dark-haired dude, and he's kind of taller, and then
The
like
one
a bald
dude is bald. Yeah.
And I forgot what the other dude looks like. But the bald dude's name is Aaron, and his wife just got arrested for plotting to murder him.
Oh! That's... Finally, some good news.
So they caught her text messages
We were
to...
like hella loud. We peeped throughout all of that. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit.
I don't know. That's not...
Okay. That looks better.
You probably just cranked us down so nobody can hear us.
Well...
Yeah, but like all of that gets smaller when you stop recording, so I don't know like what you're all about. Anyway,
So Aaron's wife plotted to murder him. That's
Yeah, they got text messages. They caught the text message between her and an inmate, and she was basically, she had sent him a deposit.
Jesus.
And was like telling him where they were going to be filming at or whatnot, so this guy could go murder him, I guess. So she's in jail now, and she's his second wife. So. Not very good luck there for the poor guy.
Did his first one try to murder him too?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, once, well, not twice is a coincidence, thrice is a pattern.
I don't think the first one tried to murder him. But not very good luck apparently with the ladies. Poor guy. I don't know, like how would you even... You're just going about your life one day and then the police call you and you're like, hey, we have your wife in custody for trying to murder you.
See, this is why you're not a cop. Because I 100% believe that's exactly how you would deliver that information.
Probably.
Bro, come here.
Like,
so, we got your wife.
Your wife? She be trying to kill you. Sorry, bud. Bad news.
Right.
Probably get a divorce. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're into that kind of stuff. Whatever. So yeah, that was fun information to wander upon. I was like, holy shit. And Ghost Adventures is like a pretty popular show. I'm pretty sure they're still making it, so it's not like this guy is like down and out or anything.
Well, it's one of the History Channel things. Like, History Channel is like, it's aliens, Hitler, and Ghost Adventures. No, and Pawn Stars. That's right.
Pawn Stars. Are they filming Pawn Stars though?
Oh, well.
I don't care. Anyways, there's
nothing to do with history.
Yeah, they're still filming Ghost Adventures. I feel like Ghost Adventures does deserve to be on the history though, because they go to these old historic buildings.
Yeah, and they do like kind of like explain the stories of them, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that's cool. I thought about buying Anti-Karen a spirit box machine thing so we could go out on adventures again.
Yeah.
Thought about it. I don't know. We'll see if I actually get around to it. Because I need to research them more apparently because I just like trying to look it up.
Oh, like an EMF detector?
No, it's like where it does the radio thing, where it sends out like radio, and the ghost can like pick words.
Oh, I see.
From the radio stream.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different ones out there, and I don't know what's what.
Have you heard of the white noise, like theory, where you can find ghosts using by just recording white noise?
Well, I mean that's what this kind of is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not live. Like you can't. It's only like when you play it back you can actually start to hear things.
Oh no, this one I think you can play back.
There's a Michael Keaton movie called White Noise that's about that phenomenon.
Well, what it does is it sends out that white noise radio stuff, and then it can pick, and you can hear it in real time, but it also records it.
Okay.
So like you don't have to like record a bunch of stuff and then go back, listen to it.
Okay.
It plays it out while it's happening too. That makes sense.
Okay.
I think they used to be that way that were.
Yeah, because that's how I know it is like you'd set like a microphone in like a room like in a haunted house, and then you'd come back the next day and like play the recording.
Oh, I think that's just straight up recording audio stuff. I don't think that's. I don't know. There's a lot of different things out there now, so who knows what they got now. Maybe we'll get one, and then we'll go to cemeteries in the middle of the night, like true goths. I think if we're gonna go and do it, we should dress the part too. Just get like black spoopy outfits.
Well, yeah, but you and Anti-Karen's gothness is different. Hers is more Morticia Adams, where yours is more like.
It's the same. We wear the same stuff.
Yeah, but hers is more like witchy. Yours is more like punk rock.
My goth dress has a moon on it. Like, it's pretty witchy, dude. What the heck?
You like the big stompy boots, though.
Oh, yeah, that's because I wanted big stompy boots. And I'm a big fan of my big stompy boots. I just don't know what to wear them to. I did wear them to something the other day, though. What did we wear them to? The other day. That was probably last year already. And it's March.
No, that's what that means. It's any
sometime.
Last Thursday, could be 10 years ago. It's from the day of my birthday yesterday.
Oh, I did buy black lipstick this weekend, though.
Nice.
And Anti-Karen said that I do look quite good in the black lipstick.
Hell yeah.
So I'll probably wear it more. but it's supposed to be like a 16-hour thing.
Oh.
If I figure out how to put it on right. Because it's really watery. But I got a lip liner today that's black. So, hopefully,
Rad.
fingers crossed that'll help it out a little bit.
Do you know the digital creator Maisie Linney?
Maybe. I don't know.
She's well, she's known for a lot of things. One of them is her Midwestern dirty talk. But she's like in a D&D troupe, and she does like aggressive, like really cool, like huge makeup, like giant eyeliner wings, and she'll do a lot of cosplay and stuff, like colored contacts.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you'd kind of be into like what she does.
Oh yes, because I've never cosplayed ever before.
Well, no, that's why I figured you would be a cool thing for you. This guy's good. Hey, here's someone who likes the things that you like. Jesus.
Yeah, but I have to go on the internet.
The internet's in your phone.
Yeah, I'm busy, man.
Doing what?
A lot of things actually, but I can't say a lot about it yet because it's still
Secrets?
in the works. Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't signed anything yet. Is the deal?
Oh, you've already said too much.
Woo! I guess I can say no more. It's per the rules.
Yes.
But yes, something big is coming up for me.
Nice.
It's kind of a golden opportunity that kind of just flunked itself.
Stop!
I can say that much. I haven't said anything what it's about. It's more the subject matter than the actual thing. But, so yes, that is jolly. We're meeting next week about it. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Stuff is happening for me.
Things are moving.
At a crazy rate. But it'll be good. It'll be great. Moshi, why are you so creepy? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You woke her up with your fidgeting.
The weird fidget cube thing. I don't think I even bought that fidget cube.
It just
I don't know where it came from.
Did you steal it?
I don't know. Somebody might have left it here. I found it in my stuff. I don't know.
I feel like Shamanda did stuff like this. Maybe.
I feel like she wouldn't leave it at my house though.
Yeah.
She's a little more.
But she's very digital tactile.
But I have another one of like these ones somewhere. And it's just like a bunch of rolly balls, so you can like.
The infinity loop.
But don't know where I put that one because I brought it somewhere and maybe it's in my bag. I don't know. I haven't dug through my bag since I got back, so it could be anywhere in my things, which is great. I made magic potion drinks.
Oh, hell yeah.
I bought edible glitter off the internet and put it in the drinks, and it was pretty dope. Not gonna lie. I made apple spice drink.
Nice.
And I made, I don't know, a thing that was blue. I made some blue juice.
Oh, no, I thought it was the same as like the mermaid lemonade from District.
I don't know.
Oh.
I made it.
Put a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah, I made it a little bit Friday night, and then like the next morning I put other stuff in it with the leftover of the night before, so I'm like, I don't know, we'll see how this goes. I have no idea. And then I made a London fog in the morning.
Oh yeah, so you were just a potion crafter.
Yeah, I mean, I do that sometimes.
Did you guys eat at someplace cool down there? I've never been to Manhattan, Kansas.
We ate at a brewery.
Nice.
It was fun. What else did we eat? Oh, we went to a cafe thing, but I only had a scone and another London fog.
Yes.
Of course.
Hey, go with what you know, man.
I don't know. Otherwise, we did brunch at the cabin, and I don't know. It went by really fast.
Did you summon any demons?
No, but we did watch The Craft.
I don't know that movie.
Oh my! Who on you?
I don't know.
That's like a staple movie.
The Craft.
The Craft. Alright, whatever.
Who's in it? Anyone I would recognize?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong
I was going to
person.
say, I'm also really, really bad with celebrities. Like, it's the guy in the movie. It's like, right.
Yeah.
You're right, he is.
And then we watched Jawbreaker. Don't know if you know anything about that. But it's very 2000s.
I think I'm confusing that one with Brick.
I don't know.
Heartbreaker. It sounds familiar.
You want the general?
Is it a stoner movie?
No.
Oh.
Not at all, actually. The opposite of a stoner movie. So.
Is it a horror movie?
Kind of, but not really. I don't know I don't even know what to put it under. So, it's a group of 4 girls, and it's the one girl's birthday, and so they kidnap her, but they shove like a jawbreaker in her mouth to keep her quiet, and then throw her in the trunk, and then they drive off like laughing their asses off, and then they get somewhere, stop and open the trunk, and she's dead with this giant jawbreaker in her neck.
Gullet.
So the girls make up a story where they go back and they put her back in her bed, and they're just like, nothing has happened. And there's like a geeky girl that walks in trying to give her, the dead girl, her homework, and she hears everything, and the one girl's like, we'll make you popular as long as you shut the fuck up about this. So all the rest of the movie is them it's like high school politics of the 2000s while trying to not talk about the girl is dead. Like, it was wild. I don't know. It was interesting. It's not really a horror because
yeah, but it's not.
It's
like
only in the beginning. Somebody dies.
It's not a pop culture movie that. Well, it kind of
is.
I mean, it's not. Bring It On.
No. And I was like, this is crazy.
Or 10 Things I Hate About You. Like,
I don't know.
Or Mean Girls, like pop culture movies.
Yeah. Like it has that, but also just a little sided dead person.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It was interesting. I don't know. It was fine. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but it was fine. It also had Marilyn Manson in it for like
What?
2 minutes.
Like young Marilyn Manson before he was fat?
Yeah. I don't know. I've only known him as what he looks like all the time. Yeah. I don't know what he looks like these days, so...
He used to be more vampiric. Now he kind of looks like the Penguin from Batman Returns.
Oof, yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I said, he was in it for like 2 minutes, and that was it.
Well, yeah, that was like the edgelord thing in the early to mid 2000s was all Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, too bad he's like a creeper.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually make any of his own music. I don't know if you ever noticed that.
Oh, really?
He only does cover songs.
No.
Yeah, most of the time.
Oh. There's that one album that was like good. I listened to a bunch.
Are you sure?
When I was edgy.
Are you sure that's not cover songs?
Pretty sure it's not.
Are you? Or they were written for him, I think, is how it works.
Oh, he had Ghost Riders in it.
Yeah. So it's like this guy just sang stuff.
Well, Ghost is all covers, isn't it?
No, you're thinking of Ice Nine Kills. It's a lot of covers now.
Oh.
Ghost is their own shit. I don't know who the fuck else would make all that
Ghost
stuff.
has covers, though.
I mean, every band has covers.
Every band ever in the entire of ever, yes, has done covers.
Has done covers. Don't try to shame people for having covers. So.
No, but like, they're not Five Finger Death Punch where they're literally only covers.
Yeah. No, Ice Nine Kills is a bunch of... I think? Is that the right one?
Ice Nine Kills is the one that's all like Kurt Vonnegut.
I don't know, Manny. Oh. Ice Nine Kills. What's the other one? There's another one that sounds like that. Nine Inch Nails is the other one I was thinking of.
Oh.
What are those bands?
No, Nine Inch Nails is the one that everyone covers.
Okay, so it must be Ice Nine Kills. That is like...
Nine Inch Nails is Trent Reznor.
Dude, I don't know, they sound like... The names sound the same.
Oh, so then in your head they're the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I can't tell you which one is which. Besides if I listen to them.
Nine Inch Nails is With Teeth. With the teeth.
I don't know, I don't listen to them. I've heard their stuff from other people listening to it, but it's not something I would listen to personally.
With Teeth is like probably one of the top 5 best albums of all time. Yeah.
Don't know.
Very good.
Like I said, not stuff that I personally listen to, but other people if we don't care. I'm not going to tell them to shut it off, unlike other things.
You tell me to shut my shit off all the time.
Yeah, because your shit's actually bad.
No, it's good.
Or boring.
We just had a whole episode of how, well, all the arcane music is apparently my music, which is like, fuck yeah. Which I've actually just been listening to that for like the last week solid.
It doesn't surprise me at all. At all. Anywho.
They're all bangers. Even the sad ones.
We are drinking the new
Hendrick's Gin.
Where the fuck is that thing?
I'm not
Midsummer Solstice limited release. Does it actually say? It just says natural flavors and floral essences. It's like, that doesn't tell me what it is!
There's a box that says things.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't say on the box either, because I picked it up when we were out and about somewhere. Infused with an array of natural floral essences in celebration of the eternal mysteries of the midsummer solstice.
Which we're a ways away from midsummer solstice. We're not even to the spring equinox yet.
Oh! This says, blissful with tonic over ice and a slice of cucumber, or blossoms in an altogether different dimension when served with sparkling wine.
Ooh.
Never even thought of that. Thought never crossed my mind.
Oh
but
shit, we
that would probably be good.
Yeah.
I don't have any sparkling wine. I don't even know where you buy sparkling wine.
It's what champagne is called in the United States.
Yeah, but there's like 9 different...
Oh yeah, if you have like a
Parts of it.
spumante, which is sweet, or a brut, which is dry.
Or there's like white, pink, red.
So, yeah, or like the Welch's. That's sparkling grape juice.
Oh, actually that'd probably work too if you want to listen to
Yeah. If you're a teetotaler
Sure,
or
right, have some.
or a recovering alcoholic.
Oh.
Well, no,
No.
you can't. You can't. Gin sells booze.
What? Anyway.
They make non-alcoholic gin.
Yeah, but then you'd be missing the point of having this gin,
Yeah,
which is the point
true.
of the thing.
I don't know. I'm drinking with squirt, and it's actually pretty good.
I had 7-Up, and I forgot.
You forgot to drink it.
What is like? I did drink it, but I forgot. I've been too busy.
Oh. Well, since we are reaching the middle of our show, we're going to ask you to buy our shit.
Please.
We have t-shirts, we have stickers, we have magnets,
We have pins
and we have pins,
that
yes.
you can stab your enemies with.
See, there you go, versatile.
Or your friends, if they're being shits. Stab, stab, stab.
Probably don't stab your friends.
No, definitely stab your friends.
Oh.
Those are the people that you do stab.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah, you can find all of our stuff on Patreon at Random Roulette. You can also find us on the Book of Faces at Random Plus Roulette and Instagram.
Yes.
You're probably listening to this on either Spotify or YouTube, but you can always leave comments and
I
stuff.
don't think a lot of people watch on YouTube.
You know, well, I shamelessly subscribed to
Yes.
our the YouTube channel, and we get like 3 listens through there.
You are one of 3 subscribers.
Yeah, I know. And you're the other one.
I think so. I think I'm one of the other ones. So I don't know who the third one is. I'll have to look sometime.
So we need to get more popular because there's a problem with the Google search that if you put in random and then a plus sign and then roulette, it searches both of those words individually because that's what the plus sign in the Google search does. So it's kind of hard to find us. I think if you put it all in quotes, you'll probably find us quicker.
I don't know. Damn you, Google. I don't know. Who the hell would use Google for it?
Well, no, that's just... Well, Google wrote the code for search engines.
Damn you, Google.
That's just kind of how it all works now. Yes.
Fine. I don't know.
But yeah, if you subscribe to our Patreon, not only will you make Spooky Spooky's life easier by funding our little project here, but you can get some of our notes, or we'll get you a t-shirt.
Or we'll personally come to your house and eat all your food and then leave.
Not all of your food. We'll leave some for you.
Alright, we'll leave some, I guess.
Okay.
Some of your food.
Okay, so I got history, and I already kind of did blab about this one earlier in this week. But,
Who did you blab to?
we had a bonfire party. I was going to talk about that, but then I forgot to.
Oh, well, you can talk about it next episode.
Right. Okay, so in the city of Kyiv, Ukraine, which is the capital city, if you
Oh, wait, just kidding. I know what you did.
Yeah. There is a church, and it's called the Church of the Tithe. And it's kind of a weird thing because why would you have a church to taxes? It's basically what a tithe is. It's money you give to a king. But it was built in 989, so it's like really freaking old. But
Is it still there? Is it still there?
well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
So it was built in 989, and then it was damaged in a siege in 1017. It was then rebuilt in 1039, and in 1240 it was destroyed again by Kublai Khan's like nephew or cousin or something like that, Batu Khan. And then in 1935, they actually really tried to reconstruct, and this is, the kind of like the pre-World War II thing. And then World War II happened, and the thing is, Ukraine just seems to be a place of where there's a lot of fighting happening, and not just recently. But in 2005, there was huge reconstruction efforts to try to like rebuild it, and also like the complex around it. And it's like, well, why would you want to save this church? I'm asking you, Spooky.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes. Why do you think you'd want to save a church? I mean, yeah, it's old, but like.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, of course you would.
Is that the right answer?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, and especially like the old church, and this is the larger church, like the larger Catholic church, and even to extend today, most churches actually have relics of saints in them, like usually their bones.
Yeah, but like, who cares about those guys?
Well, it's all about tradition, and we'll find out that tradition actually plays a big part of the story. So not only are there like relics of this saint, but they're like this actual saint is entombed in this church, and that's why it's a big deal. And this saint is Saint Olga of Kyiv, and she's known as the mother of the Rus, and she basically brought Christianity to all of the Slavic people, including like Russia, Belarus, and then like all over Eastern Europe.
Yeah, but like, okay, listen. I get it. I get the churches have their saints and what's not and whatever. But like, in Europe, they bury them under parking lots now.
Well, yeah, because they don't know.
So they don't care that much.
So when you're canonized as a saint, there's a few things that have to happen. Like one, you have to be dead for a certain amount of years, and there has to be evidence of your influence.
Oh, you can't be a saint while you're alive?
No.
You can only be a saint when you're dead?
Yes.
That seems kind of dumb.
Why would you want to be a saint when you're alive?
So you can go out and help people with your good name?
Well, you can just do that without being a saint.
Yeah, but if you guys...
but if I'm a celebrity...
If you're a saint, you have more power. Why not?
So, and then basically the Pope has to, determine that yes, they are a saint, and then they'll write, usually I think it's called an encyclical. The church has got a lot of names for a lot of stuff. But it's basically like, yes, this person is a saint. And written for Olga was a precursor of Christian land. Even as the day spring precedes the sun, for the dawn precedes the day. For she shone like the moon at night, and she was radiant among the infidels like a pearl in the mire. Since the people were soiled and not yet purified of their sin by holy baptism, but she herself was cleansed by the sacred purification. She was the first from Rus to enter the kingdom of God, and the sons of Rus thus praise her as their leader. For since her death, she has interceded with God in their behalf. So, yeah, she was radiant, a lot of light.
Okay, how long do you say they wait between when a person dies and when they get the same thing?
That depends.
I feel like they're just waiting long enough so that everybody who they were shitty to
or died.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to remember these people. I do believe there actually is a period where, like, there's like a waiting period. I want to say it's 15 years.
Oh yeah, that's long enough to be able to forget how shitty somebody was.
Well, yeah, but you also still have to remember these people. But I think there's a couple where like they like accelerated that. I think Mother Teresa is now Saint Mother Teresa.
Yeah, but like Mother Teresa was a horrible human being.
Yeah. There was some bad
She was
things.
terrible.
All right. So again, Saint Olga of Kiev. Let's set the stage. So in the mid 800s, I mean not 1800s. We're way back.
In the way back machine.
Yes. So from the Black Sea. All the way north to the Baltic Sea, and then like to the Ural Mountains, and basically like the borders of like Poland. That's kind of like the area where we're at. And there's a bunch of nomadic tribes there called the Rus, and each of them are like kind of like city-states.
How do you spell that?
R-U-S. Rus.
R-U-S?
Yeah.
That's it? R-U-S?
Yeah.
There's no like ending? E or anything?
Rusay.
I don't know.
Well, it's actually where the country Russia gets its name from, is Rus. Like, actually, a lot of countries, it's usually just of where these people live.
Yeah.
Like, Kazakhstan means land of where the Kazakhs live.
Yeah.
Or Czechia means land of the Czech people. Finland, land of the Finnish people. Which, the Finnish people are kind of the ones that are pretty much in charge. So there's all these tribes, and they keep fighting. And they're like, we can't figure out how to govern ourselves. So, Vikings, can you help us out?
Yes, of course. That is the correct answer.
So, basically, it kind of ends up being like the Finns versus the Slavs, and there is there's two guys. There's Rurik, and he is basically like the high chieftain of the Vikings. So he kind of oversees this area. And then he has his friend, Oleg, and he's actually like the administrator. Think like president and governor.
Yes.
So Oleg kind of like governs this whole area, and Rurik is basically president. Rurik has a son whose name is Igor, Igor. And again, we're in the 800s here. None of these names are going to be like recognizable or pretty. And so he actually starts to kind of like take over this main area, and that's modern day Kyiv, like that whole area, the Dnieper River. And Oleg has a daughter, and her name is Olga. So we have Igor and Olga. Again, we're very Eastern European here.
Yes.
And they basically, they get married, they kind of consolidate power, and basically kind of have a kingdom called the Kievan Rus.
Wait, so she marries an old guy? An older guy?
No, they're the same age.
Oh, okay.
Roughly, yeah. And so they're basically kind of like this power couple, because like they're both kind of descended from royalty, and now they have like a huge amount of just influence in this area. And they have a son, again, Slavic names, Slovatislav, which, I don't know, I kind of like that one. Yeah,
that's a lot of letters.
There's a lot going on
There's
there.
a lot of noises.
So Igor and Olga, they rule over the Kievan Rus and like kind of the outlying areas. And one of the things when you're running a government is you got to kind of collect money to run said government.
Yes, get them taxes.
And so Igor is actually like a very, very accomplished like general. So he's a warrior.
Yeah.
So like even like the mere sight of like him and his army like coming to areas will just like, oh no God, here, throw money at him, make him go away.
Okay.
So you really didn't have to like, I mean, you didn't have to work that hard for some of this stuff.
He just shows up, intimidates 5,000.
Yeah. And
Money.
so every once in a while he'll be like, slip an extra 10 on the table for me. So, with just by pure just intimidation, like people are afraid of this guy. Well, there's some people that kind of, they get a little bit fed up. They're like, you know what, I'm kind of tired of you pushing us around. Fuck off.
As they do.
And those people are called the Drevlians. You ever heard of them before?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out why you haven't.
Oh. Is they all dead?
Well, we're going to get there. That's the best part of the story. So, Igor goes to war with these people because they won't pay him the money, and he's also probably asking a little too much.
Give me them dollars.
But the thing is, with all of them just, kind of just chest out, just, Chad walking around, he kind of got a little soft, and he ends up losing the fight.
Ooh.
And he gets captured.
They murder him, probably?
They do murder him. Yes, you're right.
Yes. As you do.
So in medieval times, the focus here on evil, they had some creative ways to deal with people you don't like.
Ah, yes.
To send a message. So in the kind of the steppe of like Ukraine and like that modern day land now, there's a lot of trees. So they took 2 trees and they tied a rope to the top and bent them down. So now we have like a bow. And then they tied each one of the tops of the trees to each one of Igor's feet and then just let the trees go.
He He probably lost a leggy.
He was ripped in half.
Well, it's literally impossible. You cannot be ripped in half. That's not how that works.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're gonna lose a limb, and that's it. You can't. They busted that. You can't be ripped in half. But they probably said that he ripped in half to embellish the story.
So, no, I will definitely say that a lot of the story is kind of legendary, just because it is very, very old, and the languages that they spoke just don't fucking exist anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is word of mouth, and a lot of it is embellishment for the sake of the story. But, I mean, these people are real. We do have account of them.
Yeah.
Their actions, there might be a little bit of flair there, but, okay. So, again, in medieval times, you kill the king, you get right to his land, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, so these Drevlians thought, it's like, well, we killed the king.
We get land?
We get the queen. So, oh crap, I didn't write his name down there. What was his name? He had a stupid name. That's probably why I didn't write it down.
Stupid name.
The king of the Drevlians. Prince shit.
Prince shit. King.
So he sends emissary to Kyiv, to Olga, saying, hey, murder your husband, cool, tired of his shit.
We own you now.
So we are going to come collect you, and you're going to be my wife, because I conquered you.
And I'm guessing she went, yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
She did say yes.
Oh.
She said, send your guys, and we will, so we're conquered, got it. Don't love it.
Sure.
I will send my army, and we will pick up your boats on the river with you inside them, and we will parade you to the city center, and we'll have a party. We want her to make this.
And definitely not murder you.
Hey. How do you think she murdered them?
This was the Burbs, isn't it? Is this the Burbs part?
No, this is not the Burbs part.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh, man. Alright.
So, on their way to have her army, pick up, these boats, again, did they pick up the boats? Yeah, probably. Or they just parade the guys around on their shoulders. Either way, on their way there, they built a giant pit.
Just
and then just dumped the boats into the pit and then filled the pit in.
Yeah.
However, that does create a bit of a problem now, because the prince was kind of expecting these guys to come back. So we have to cover the tracks. So throwing the guys in the pit, buried alive. Olga 1, Drevlian 0.
They died of dysentery on the way.
So so then she sends word back to the prince. She says, yes, all right, fine. I said yes, but we're all kind of partying here, so send 200 or so of your best soldiers, and we'll just have a parade back to what the hell's the name of this city? Iskorostad. Again, a city never heard of because things happen. This prince sends 200 of his best men.
This poor prince guy just got absolutely bamboozled for being an idiot.
He doesn't know that yet. I mean, it takes a while for communications to happen, and it's this is law of the land, so it's okay, all right. Well, maybe we're actually building good rapport with these people, because
good for her.
Yeah, they're being submissive, and we got all the land and we got all the money. So these guys show up, and she goes, well, you guys are not. You guys are noble men. What do you do? You guys, you're disgusting. This is not. If we're gonna have a parade, and this is Olga speaking, we're gonna have a parade in my honor. You guys wash the fuck up. Yeah. So she reserved the biggest, greatest bathhouse in all of Kyiv, and invited them in. And it's oh yes, so also here's some drinks. Mm-hmm. Have a good time, guys.
Would be a shame.
And then locks the doors. And then sets it on fire.
How could they die? They were surrounded by water in the bathhouse.
Yeah, how did they die of fire? So Olga 2, Drevs 0. So again, she kind of has to cover this up because, well, now they're expecting a bunch back, right? So...
Yeah, but like, how many people are left at this other city?
Well, not their emissary and not their 200 best men. So she, again, writes to this prince, and she goes, okay, all right, yep, I'm on my way.
Yep.
Totally get hitched. But I really haven't had a chance to, like, mourn my husband since, you know, he kind of died
Since you
by your city.
Them.
So here's what we can do. I'll come to the city, but I kind of want to have a funeral feast for my husband. And I mean, you guys can join us. That's great. But okay, let me like close this chapter of my life before before we do this whole wedding thing. Great.
Yep.
So Olga brings all of her finest men. I guess they just kind of forgot that there was supposed to be other soldiers there. But they didn't seem to care because there was mead and wine and all types of feasting going on. Except none of Olga's men drank. So outside the city walls, in the middle of the night, while they're all trying to sleep off this party, she murders the entire army.
Woo!
There's actually accounts of her actually getting a few stabs in herself.
Nice.
So she also got her hands dirty.
Yeah.
Because, hey, dead husband, look what I'm doing. And that's kind of also like goes to show just like how much that like this Olga and Igor actually like meant to the Kievan Rus.
Yeah.
Like because they trusted them as leaders and they wanted to fight for them.
Yeah.
So there's also like that. So anyway, Olga's up 3-0 on the Druze now.
Woo!
So she kind of ends up posting like some form of like army around there for years, and then like does her victory lap of like it's like, hey, just because my husband's dead doesn't mean you guys don't get to not pay us.
Yeah.
So she goes on like the tax collecting adventures, but every time she comes back to Skorstead, they're just they like throw tomatoes and shit at her.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys, motherfuckers. So
Listen.
then she lays siege to the whole city, but with like tradition of the land and like laws of the land, a woman technically doesn't have power. She just does because people trust her and like her people.
They're gonna give her the power.
Yeah, her people. Yeah, but like they won't accept a declaration of war from a woman.
Ah.
So she puts like her 10-year-old son on a horse.
I come from the sky.
And it's like, well, because technically by law of the land, he would actually be king because he's the next male heir, but he's 10 fucking years old.
Yeah.
So she gives him a spear, and she's like, hey, throw the spear at the city. And he goes, yeah. According to legend, the spear doesn't make it past his horse's head and just lands on the ground.
Oh no.
But that was an act of war. Firing on an enemy is an act of war. So now they were in full siege.
This kid was probably like, yeah!
We actually hear a little bit more of them later.
Oh, cool. Punch boo.
So the siege lasts for a very, very long time. And there's not a whole lot of actual fighting and violence that happens in a siege. It's more like psychological tactics and starving people out.
Yep.
So she sends word to the prince. Is like, look, we don't want to fight anymore. You guys don't want to fight anymore. Let's call it a truce. We won't bug you anymore. We just want the tax money.
Does this prince guy just he's not like,
Is he the most gullible person in history? Probably.
Hey, where's my dudes? Where's my guys?
Well, no, she murdered them at the funeral.
Yeah, but he doesn't probably know that.
Well, so she goes, as a peace offering, I want you to grab me 3 sparrows and 3 pigeons from every house in the city. And they're like, oh, well, okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
So she collects all these birds, and one of her generals, she sends out and goes, go to these mines and grab me a bunch of sulfur. And if you don't know, like, sulfur in its purest form is flammable.
Oh, yeah.
You can actually light it and it'll hold like an ember. So she then ties all these little burning sulfurs, like clumps, to all the pigeons.
Poor birds.
who pigeons will go back home at the end of the day. And I don't know if you know a whole lot about medieval architecture, but all of their roofs are made of thatch.
Which is highly flammable.
It's just dead grass.
Yep.
So in the middle of the night, the entire city catches on fire and burns to the ground, and the survivors that are trying to escape run right into the clutches of the Kievan Rusin army.
Death by burb!
And that's why I can't remember the name of this prince, because he died, and that's why no one has ever heard of the cities of Skorstead or the peoples called the Drevlians, because they didn't survive.
Death by burb.
So, moral of that, so final score, Olga 4, Drez 0. Well, I guess 1, they did kill her husband. I'm already past that. But that actually is not the whole end of Olga's story, because remember, she's the saint.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, she actually kind of creates the first effective taxation system.
Yeah.
Like, she actually has ledgers and representatives of, like, each area that are, like, independent, and then collects taxes that way, so that way everyone's, it's fair and it's documented. I guess that had never been done before. That's actually why the church that she's buried in is called Church of the Tithes, because she created basically taxation in all of the Slavic area. So we are now to around the late 900s. There's this cool thing called the Holy Roman Empire.
Is it cool?
Well, I don't know. But it's going through a kind of a bit of a breakup right now. This is around the time of the Great Schism, which is when we get the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. Yeah. We get Byzantium and the Eastern Orthodox Church. Fun fact, Olga Kyiv is the only saint who is both a Roman Catholic saint and an Eastern Orthodox saint. Because she's, both.
Yeah, both.
So, both of these two factions of the church are vying for power. And, again, as discussed earlier, how do you get power? You get married. Mm-hmm. So, Emperor Constantine is like, hey, Olga, let's get married. However, would you get baptized first? She goes, let me come visit. So she comes and visits and learns about Christianity and is described as like being very like attentive and like actually like learning this stuff and like she seems very, very kind of into it. However, she's plotting.
Yes, of course.
But this one's not bloody, but it is conniving. So she goes, yeah, I'll get baptized. But there really isn't anyone in the church that I trust more than you, so will you be my godfather? And he goes, well, yes, of course, because he's thinking, it's like, oh, I'm going to get married, and I'm going to have like all this extra land in the Kievan Rus. And so she gets baptized, and Constantine is her godfather, and he goes, awesome, thanks, bye. He's like, wait, we're going to get married. And it's like, well, according to your Christian rules, I can't marry my dad. And basically my dad now.
Yeah. Lol.
So, like, damn.
Shit, she's right.
And so she ends up going back to Kyiv, but like she still actually does end up spreading Christianity. Her grandson actually does a lot of the work. Her son, Svatoslav, basically takes over her husband's position, Igor's, and just wars and pillages and does all that stuff.
Whatnot.
Yeah. So she kind of like raises her grandson, and he's actually the one that helps actually spread Christianity throughout all the kingdom. There's one other siege, and I really didn't write it down because it's kind of like vague in a couple of places where she has to protect the city of Kyiv from an invasion while her son comes back, and she's able to like disguise her army by having them all like in a line the long way, so it looks like there's like ranks of dudes, and so it looks like this giant army's coming after, but it's not. Like it's just like 1/10 the size.
Just one line of bros.
Yeah. So she's like in her own right. She's actually a very very like skillful like tactician, and she never fell in battle. She actually died basically just like whatever random sickness people get in 990.
Whatever plague that's going around at the time.
But she never remarried. And like she actually died in the city of Kyiv, and that's why the Church of the Tides is still there.
Yeah.
So that's the story of the mass murdering Saint Olga of Kyiv. And pull up your phone, and I want you to just Google her name and then look at the images.
The images. Do you think they're accurate, or do you think they're not accurate?
They might be accurate to the time. So in this time in the early church, they did a lot of iconography, and so things were kind of like. This is before the Renaissance. No,
She has eyes of I will fuck you up.
No, every single picture she's depicted is like just murderous rage.
Or like this one where she's just like, you peasants.
Yeah.
Why are you in my presence right now?
And so like because of her, that's like why the Red Palace exists in Moscow and
She just I love it. I love how they depict her.
She's always so angry.
She is just the face of fuck around and find out, buddy.
No, but I love how again, like this whole story just proves how good of like a tactician she is. Like she covered her tracks the entire way. Like no one knew that she was coming for him because she left no goddamn survivors. Yes, Olga of Kyiv. What a hoot.
Yes, of course. I don't know. She's proved that there should have been more like crazy women generals and things out there, but
oh no, there are. It's just there's a few of them that had their stories written.
Yeah.
Which unfortunate.
Oh, that reminds me, sort of. So a little bit of a sense of the story. A samurai family, a woman, and her husband. Her husband was a great general or whatnot, but he had one downfall.
Oh?
He was a raging alcoholic.
Oh no.
And one time, there was a siege placed on their castle, and he was passed the fuck out.
Oh god.
So she, already knowing this would possibly happen at points, had her own set of armor made at some point.
Oh, like custom made?
Yeah, don'ts her armor, whoops their ass. And then her husband wakes up, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, I just saved your ass, sir. And apparently his superior ripped him a new one, because this apparently wasn't the first occurrence of this happening, just the greatest occurrence of it happening. And ripped his ass and told him he could never drink again, and he never drank a drop of alcohol after that. And she still helped him whoop ass. So, yeah, I thought that was
legendary.
That was fun.
Right. Well, thanks for listening to that one. That was actually a lot of fun to research, just because it's like it just keeps getting worse. And she kills 20 people, then she kills 200, then she kills 2,000.
All of them.
Yeah.
She killed all of them.
And then 20,000 the whole city. So yeah, Olga of Kyiv. Very good.
She is a lady of fuck around and find out.
The patron saint of fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so she's patron saint of widows, and I think, no, not orphans, because that's, I think Nicholas. I know she's actually the patron saint of widows, but to me, she's the patron saint of revenge.
Like I said, fuck around and find out. I think that's what her official title should be. I like how the second thing search with this birds.
Yes, there actually is kind of a really cool, like, old school painting of her, with like it's like a straight on shot with like her arms like outstretched toward you, and then like crows flying over her.
Yeah.
It's like oh.
But yeah,
I forgot to prepare a joke. God damn it.
Oh, I don't have an extra one for you today either. Legacy. Sainthood. Let's see what she is in Sainthood. That was much good. Putting her input in, all that thing. This is too much to read. I don't know what it's gonna be. There's so much. There's too many. There's a scholarship after her. Yeah, I can't find it, but widow definitely makes sense. But it's usually, they usually have two, don't they?
Well, it kind of depends. So yeah, her son was later remembered as Slatislav the Brave. Yeah. Oh, widows and converts.
Oh.
Because she's a convert.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Did you come up with a joke?
I did not.
Okay. Oh.
Why couldn't a bicycle stand up?
No.
Because it was too tired.
Do you have a top tip instead, maybe? Got a top tip? Top tip instead of joke? Give the people their top tip?
Top tip.
Yep.
If you're going to rip off someone's leg, be sure to be able to back it up.
What? Alright. I suppose. That'll do.
Make sure revenge is assured before you attack.
Yeah, sure. Alright. From our spaceport to your home port, this is us signing off.
Bye!
Bye!